Hello everyone, welcome to my meditation studio and welcome to another episode of podcast. Today we have a lot of guests like the usual mechanical monkey, the Superman, the Batman, and the cool meditation guy Shiva and also Yoda baby. Welcome everyone. Particularly Yoda baby, can you say hello to everyone? he just he just had his breakfast, so uh, that's his way of burping. Um, he doesn't speak much anyway. I usually use telepathy with him. He can communicate with ideas. Today, our topic is going to be about repressed memory. One of the students online is asking how can one attempt to remember repressed memory. Well, if a memory, a painful one, especially if it's already repressed or suppressed, either consciously or unconsciously, you cannot remember. It's kind of contradict each other. Uh, However, it is important to uncover and recover those memory for the purpose of healing and getting better, because those conditioning, although it's not on the surface of our mind, it will affect our behavior. We would have certain behavior and we don't know why we do it. We just do it because it's already in our automatic programming. So in order to get into the repressed memory or suppressed memories, you will have to use some type of trigger, like similar event. Recently, I was run over by a car, and it was very painful. So that trigger a old memory. Uh, can that memory be repressed? Yes. Suppressed? Yes. Because it was very painful, but because it's related. So that triggered my mind to remember when I was almost just 5 years old. Once I hit my head on a concrete stairs. I was thinking I can turn 360 degree. I was imagining, and I was trying to flip with my head. Anyway, I don't know what was going on. That memory was very foggy, but I do remember I was bleeding, but I thought it was my sweat from the sun. Um, I was told by my classmate that I am bleeding. So uh, then I had my treatment. The teacher was helping me. So from the recent run over car accident uh, experience, that triggered the memory of other car accident from my childhood. There's another incident. I was doing a competition, crossing over the street, and I was run over by motorcycle. And another time, I was playing police catching thief with my one of my best friend buddy, childhood buddy, and I struck by another motorcycle. Um, anyway, so your suppressed or repressed memory can be released from a similar event, a similar suffering. it will come out. And another strategy I share is that from my Vipassana experience, when I went to the 10-day meditation camp, that was 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years now. At the meditation camp, basically it's sensory deprivation. So there is no new sensory input. You cutting off no cell phone, no reading, no listening to music, no talking with people, no eye contact. You don't look into other people's eyes. All you do is sleep, meditate, and eat. They give you free food and free hotel. All you have to do is meditate. Now, because for the consciousness to sustain, it will have to continue thinking. But all the new sensory input are disconnected. So the only thing that it can think or process is the old event. And it's not 1 day, 2 day, it's not 5 day, it's 10 day. I remember on my day 5, I was already feeling like quitting. Oh, this is so difficult. At home, I could meditate 1 hour, 2 hours a day, no problem. Once in the morning, once in the evening. But at the meditation camp, it's not just 2 hours. It's 5 to 8 hours a day. Like 2 times in the morning, 2 or 3 times in the afternoon, and evening there's another 1 or 2 times. Like literally, it's optional for a certain session, but then you are strongly encouraged to do as many sessions as possible. And I kind of just want to do the minimum, and the minimum was like around 5 hours a day, 5 sessions. And you do just 1 or 2 hours a day, it was fine. But when you do 5, 6 sessions a day for 1 hour each time, it's just so much pain. My pelvis, my knee, it's becoming difficult. So I feel like quitting. But then I posted on my Facebook, I'm doing the Vipassana 10-day challenge. So if I quit, that would look horrible. I persisted and I continued. And then day 6, day 7, day 8, a lot of old trauma, a lot of old memory, like really, really repressed memory, very, very heartbroken one, finally released out of me. Because this is like automatic programming that's locked in my head, that's affecting my moods 24/7 that I'm not aware of. Because it's such a tragic event that I don't want to know it. I don't want to remember it. I don't want to be aware of it. However, those emotions are locked. They are like iced. And it's in your subconscious mind. It's affecting me all the time for all these years. So basically, there were 2 tragic events that happened to my younger brother. He was 6 years younger than me. So when I was around 9 years old, 10 years old, I was always taking care of him. Because my parents would be very busy. And because I was always playing with him, then whenever he had accident, I would feel very bad because it is part of my fault. So once we were playing a tricycle, I was pushing him from behind, and he go faster, and I was feeling like, oh, maybe it's gonna be dangerous. But then I was like, we are playing, let's have fun. So I was pushing faster, and the tricycle flipped, and my little brother flew into the air and smashed his face on the concrete, and he was crying hard, and his face was bleeding, and I I was shocked. So I brought him up, and I quickly bring him home, and my mom was so angry. How did you take care of your little brother like this? How is such a serious injury? Um, anyway, it was the way I play with him that was going too fast, and so he fell out of the tricycle. So I felt very guilty. It was a very difficult emotion, and I was scolded by my parents. Uh, so that was a very, very bad moment, very bad memory. And about 1 year after that event, a more horrific event happened. Um, One day I was walking alone with my other friend who is in the same age as me, and we go from one home to another home, and I had to cross my own home from point A to point B. And my little brother happened to be outside of my house. And we have a street running with fast car, traveling about 60, sometimes 70 kilometers per hour. And when my little brother saw me, he wanted to follow me because he usually play with me. But he doesn't know how to cross the road yet. Anyway, he was calling my name, hello, hello, and he wanted to come over, and he started running over the street, and I told him to stop. Don't come, stop there, it's dangerous. But it was already too late. He got run over by a SUV, and he was bounced away a good 30 meter, I think, 10 to 15 meter, and it was horrific. I was like, oh my god. And he was sent to hospital. There were several stitches on his head, his face. And while I was waiting for the result at home, my brother was in the hospital, and I kept crying. I thought he may be dead, and it was the most difficult moment of my life. I feel responsible. I feel it is my fault. And I was only 10 years old, and watching this right in front of my eyes, my little brother get hit by a car and being sent to the hospital. It was a very difficult moment, and I even make a wish that I'm willing to trade my life, shortening my own life, in order for my little brother to live and survive. So those painful memories get locked and suppressed, and it was during the sensory deprivation program when I be postdoc. This thing get released and get healed. It is important because later on in my life, I become an adrenaline junkie. I become addiction to smoking, and I would feel sad for no reason. In my high school, in my college years, my classmate, my friend will always tell me, smile, smile, we're taking picture. Like, I just don't look happy. And I don't know why, but it was those events that was locked in my subconscious mind that made me have a sad face. And because I was sad, I no longer feel shy. It was like if you are a very sad person, you really don't care about whatever else is happening. You just want to be with that sadness, right? You don't care how you look, right? You could be looking terrible, but because you're sad, you don't care. That emotion is there. The ice-fied sad emotion is very difficult to get rid of, and it makes you feel cold unconsciously. And cigarette particularly can sort of heal this feeling, make you feel relaxed and make you feel better out of that is sadness. So I was very addicted to cigarette ever since my high school, and it is because of the conditioning from that tragic event. But with the Vipassana meditation, because of that 10-day sensory deprivation, those memories can surface up and dry. And so I can be coming out of this unconscious sadness. So that is my personal experience, and everybody can experience the same thing if you apply the sensory deprivation program. Like on your own, you start with 1 hour a day in the morning, 1 hour a day in the evening, twice per day. And once you become fairly good, you complete most of the session, you can go to the 10-day program, and you can see how well you do in the 10-day, because you are going to see that your hidden emotion, your suppressed sadness, your suppressed whatever, it will keep surfacing up for purification. It's an automatic process. And when you can purify your subconscious mind, when you can decondition the emotion that is no longer helpful for your present situation, you become a more effective person. All emotion is like baggage. They are heavy. You're carrying around. It's a burden with you. With the meditation, you are able to release those emotions. And once those emotions are released, you become a happier person, a lighter person, a more excited person, and you will be able to enjoy your life much more. And that's why daily training is important, because every day you have new stress, every day you have new encountering, you have new emotion, and the daily maintenance just help you stay in the top shape. So the ongoing continued training is very important, and that's why you're listening to this podcast, to help build your momentum and continuation. Myself, same thing. I have to engage in this meditation content to keep myself motivated, because time to time you would always feel like, oh, I want to take a break today, oh, I'm tired, I don't feel like it. So it's very important you understand the benefit, see the benefit, can share your story, and tell your benefit to other people. And that group motivation, that connection to each other will help train and tame your mind. Because laziness is by default, right? If you don't try, don't push, don't focus, you will be just sitting there on sofa and just, watching Netflix movie from one to another, and getting nothing done. So today's the program is about repressed memory, how to let it come out. Well, one is through trigger, and another one is through meditation. With trigger, if it brings a lot of pain and it could be bad, you'll be in this continuous cycle if you don't have strategy to get rid of this memory surfacing up. So it's very important people have the meditation skill. Like you are aware of all this memory emotion, but you are not reacting to it. And all the wetness would dry through your warmth, through your kindness, like sunshine. The wet sauna gonna become dry, and when it's dry, purify, you will improve. Your life will become better. So that's it for our podcast today. Thank everyone for joining. People listening online and people in our studio, meditation studio live. Mechanical Monkey, Superman, Batman, cool meditation guy Shiva, and Baby Yoda. Before we go, Baby Yoda, why don't you say goodbye to everyone? Baby Yoda is so cute. You know, whenever I have time, I do Uber Eat delivery on the side, and sometimes I bring him out, and people just love seeing him because he just looks so adorable. Anyway, please like, thumb up, subscribe, and any question, comment below. I always try my best to answer everyone. I will see you guys all next time. Bye for now.